He's your top dog in the league this season, ranking first in passing yards. It's the Lions and the Saints on EA Sports.
First opened back in 1975, there's a look inside the iconic Superdome in downtown New Orleans. Today, it's a Week 14 matchup, which should be a good one, as it'll be the Detroit Lions taking on the New Orleans Saints. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Two teams trying to stake their claim to postseason football. Week 14 of the NFL is underway. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. And here come the Saints for their opening drive. And they are led out there by their mobile quarterback.
And it felt like in watching the game tape, he got everyone involved last week.
He was a manager.
He really was. That's a great way to put it, because they ran the ball some, they threw it accurately. One touchdown pass, so he didn't, break the bank doing that, but he didn't throw any interceptions. That's the bottom line. That's why a defense loves a quarterback like that. Doesn't put them in bad situations.
The numbers for Gibbs from last week. 21 carries, 85 yards.
And when he went over 1,000 yards last week, you know what it did for their offense? It gave them a true identity, because everyone's going to talk about this. The offensive line's going to take pride in it. Of course, the guy carrying the football will. But how about the coaching staff? When they go in and talk contracts, when they talk to reporters, hey, we have a 1,000-yard rusher this year. That means something in today's NFL.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Richardson looking to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. Second and 10. Richardson looking to throw this. Finds Gibbs on a check down. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. Third and 5. Now Richardson. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. The Saints passing game in sync and moving the football. It's a first down.
Now how about this throw right here? Had to throw it to the left sideline, and the timing's got to be correct on this one. Ball's got to be right where it needs to be, and it was. That's because he had great arm strength on that one, able to drive the football. Quarterbacks love it when they can show off their arms.
On first and 10, here's Gibbs. Down to the 42, second down. You talk about this Lions defense. It's a unit that has had all sorts of issues against the pass. Dead last in the NFL, number 32 in the league.
Take those rankings, throw them right out the window, because this is what you prepare for. This is what you practice for. This is what you think about. The ultimate test, taking out the #1 overall offense in the league.
They go play action with Richardson. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. Calling a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. And Richardson completes a quick one out wide. Only able to gain a couple there, and that'll make it second down. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
3 catches now this afternoon, the same number he had all of last week. Also, it's a first down.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical, they've been crisp, and as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early first and goal.
A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door, first and goal. They'll run with Gibbs, fighting him off. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be second and goal. Again, it's Gibbs. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Jahmyr Gibbs, his 8th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Saints get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. And after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away. And he won't quite make it to the 25. So here are the Lions now as they get set for their opening drive. And leading him out is their 5th-year quarterback.
And he's had such a sensational season to this point, leading the NFL in passing yards. He's been helped out a lot by an outstanding set of receivers, and he's quick to give them credit. But I think even they would tell you that he's the guy that makes this offense go.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. Takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain. The numbers for him from a week ago: 17 carries, 111 for yards, and a touchdown.
And a rushing title is definitely within sight, so the excitement on the offensive side of the football, I mean, they're bouncing off the walls wanting to get out there, but they also understand that they're going to face some really stacked defenses down the stretch because they don't want it to happen at their expense.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Operating from the gun, Hoover. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. A 48-yard punt, 7 on the return. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. Out comes the Saints offensive unit and the NFC playoff race. Let's have a look at it. And as we take a look at the playoff picture, certainly still a lot of jostling to go in these final few weeks. For the moment, they would be a wild card team. Far from locked up, but that's why this is exciting. These last few weeks, a lot to play for.
So much to play for. And remember, 7 teams in each conference go to the playoffs instead of 6. And not to mention, remember when the league made that move a few seasons ago to put divisional games at the end of the year? So you get to week 16 and 17, you're playing for playoff spots, and you're playing divisional games. Couldn't be more exciting than that.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Chris Olave, the intended receiver. That'll bring up second down. You talk about this Lions defense. They're in the spot statistically that you don't want to be in against the pass. Number 32 in the league, dead last.
And I think you're going to see some changes in the offseason, whether it's through the draft, free agency, maybe even both. They definitely need some help in the secondary.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. On third down, here's Gibbs. But it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. And he's just short. He got 6 of the 7 he needed, so that leaves a decision here on 4th and a yard. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And you can't do it much better than that. This ball kicks out of bounds at the 4-yard line. Back onto the field come the Lions for their second overall drive. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. This defense for the Saints, they put together a strong effort last week in the win over Chicago.
Yeah, they gave up 17 points, but that's what you would consider a goal for each and every defense, because if you give up 17 points a game all year long, you're thinking you're going to be a playoff team because you expect your offense to score more than that. That's what you're looking for. Room to improve, of course, but I'd have to say a very solid performance. Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
Now a play fake here on first down. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that's caught inside the 30. A big play there for Detroit. 57 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. Back to throw. Hoover. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. We'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. From the gun on 3rd down. Hoover looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was certainly an aggressive call and an aggressive play. Instead of just going for the 1st down, he took the shot in the end zone and went for the touchdown.
And on 3rd down, they said, forget about the sticks. We want 6. And his kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal, you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The New Orleans offense set to take over. Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still, they've got the lead here, and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming. Pretty good results here on the 1st down run as he takes us forward for about 6. Here's 2nd and 4 from the 24. Richardson to throw off play action. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that's caught inside the 30.
Well, brother, that's how you make a long drive suddenly not so long anymore. One big play, and they're already in field goal range with designs on getting more than that.
So the field flips here as they'll go to work at the 20 now on 1st and 10. Richardson off the play fake. That is caught by Olave. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Saints are able to stretch out their lead. Well executed there offensively. Defense looked a little confused, but he found his receiver, and that one good for 6 points.
And the payoff we just saw there tells us how many times they ran this play in practice over the past few weeks, because they executed that flawlessly right here on game day when the situation arose.
Point after, right down the middle, and that pushes the lead up to 11. And after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield. midfield as he gears up to go again. A tough challenge here in this one. We'll see if he can duplicate the numbers on your screen that he put up last week, up over 100 and a touchdown.
We were watching tape to prepare for this game. One thing you noted that I totally agree with, great complementary piece in the last game. You know, they're able to throw it pretty well. He ran it exceptionally, and they hope to continue that same formula in this game.
Complimentary with an E, not an I.
That's my English teacher right there.
On second down, they'll run it here. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on third down. After one, a 14-3 ball game. The Lions with the football here to begin the second quarter. The Lions on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Operating from the gun. Hoover. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. And the defense 7 to bring up 4th. Here comes the Lions punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Taken at the 37. It's a 45-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. The last time out, they had to march almost the full length of the field for their touchdown. So here, much easier, Charles, with this better starting field position.
I love your sarcasm, but I love even more your observation because, look, what they did last.
And now the ball's out, fumble near midfield. And it's a scoop. There he goes, right side. And into the end zone, a scoop and score on the fumble return for the Detroit touchdown. Huge play by the defense, not only to force the fumble, obviously, but to return it for a touchdown.
And I know it's no fun for anyone who plays offense, but isn't it fun to see how a defense rallies when there's a fumble return and everyone tries to find someone to block and bring it all the way home?
I always like their celebrations because they don't get there that often.
No, they're not choreographed very well usually.
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. Play action. Now Richardson. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. They had the huge play last time. Here it is a much smaller gain of 2. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Here's Richardson to throw. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 14 yards on his first catch. It's a first down as well.
But things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick a down, any down, even third down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. Line of scrimmage, the 24. This is 2nd and 6. Out of the gun, they'll give to Gibbs. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 41 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
Going back to Gibbs on first down. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
That's a nice job there, foiling what all offenses try to do, which is control the defensive end in the running game. They want to get to the outside, and if he keeps himself free, stays on his feet, he can make a play just as he did there.
And only able to muster a couple down to about the 27.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays. And
he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great effort there. 27 yards as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. So 3 drives, 3 touchdowns, and they're a PAT from going up 21-3.
And there's no doubt in my mind, you're liking what you're seeing so far, aren't you?
That's unbelievable. Like a well-oiled machine, if you will.
What's really tough, though, that defense, they're leaping the shadows at this point. They don't know which way to go. They're being hit in every direction, and they have no answers thus far.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is up to 18 now. So that drive takes them down the field in 8 plays. And it all culminates in the Saints touchdown. And after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Lions offense set to take over. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards. Off play action. Hoover. He finds his man, complete. That's Reeves. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. Another first down as they call his number again. He's got 15 yards here.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
They go play action here on first down. And incomplete on the deep ball.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Wide open, it's Marshall, complete. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints 26. A really nice gain of 25 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Hoover. Blitz coming, and down he goes. They overload him that time of the safety blitz, and he winds up being dropped for a loss of 7. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Off play action. Hoover. Under pressure, they got him again. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long. These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles, and that front 7 defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance. They've got to get the ball out of his hands a lot quicker.
And this is going to be incomplete. So now on comes the field goal unit. And, wow, this is no ordinary try here. This will be spotted just shy of midfield. A 59-yard attempt. And this one is right through. And that'll get the deficit down to 15. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. 1st and 10, it's Richardson. Going underneath, Gibbs has it. And he's stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. Yeah, Richardson back to throw it. He's got it complete to Gibbs. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Off play action, Richardson. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete. That is the first time that they've targeted him that he has not come down with a catch.
He's caught everything that's been thrown his way, a dominant pass receiver that can break down any defense, because when he's doing that kind of work, it really hurts you on the back end.
And even though it's an incompletion there, I think they're going back to that. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. A big-time play there for New Orleans. 43 yards.
And all this easy because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was immediately.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Richardson yet again. Over the middle, it's complete. That'll go for a gain of 7, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. Richardson. And he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down.
Well, that's what they have to do more of defensively, not just getting sacks, but they have to keep getting in his face, not let him get his feet set and deliver. He's been carving them up previously.
Yeah, already has a couple of touchdown passes. About time they put a few grass stains on that jersey. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Opted to run for it. The decision of Goodwin, picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. 1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. Richardson on the bootleg here. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Richardson now on 2nd down. Olave over the middle. And that's good for a gain of 6. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On 3rd down, here's Richardson. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Nice call by the defense there on 3rd down. Just flood the field with extra defensive backs in their dime package. Nowhere to go with the football. Forces the incompletion.
And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So no touchdown that time, but they do get 3 more, and now they have even more of a cushion.
It's been a terrific first half offensively, so it's hard to blame them for not getting into the end zone there. But the way they've been moving the ball in this one, I don't think these will be their final points of the game.
And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Detroit's offense ready to take over. Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Here's 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Hoover. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30. On 1st down, Hoover. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. Now they got to get to the line quickly. Again, he'll drop to throw. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. They'll look to throw again. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they're going to speed things up here. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the 2nd quarter. Going up top. And unable to connect, incomplete. Well, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Here comes the Lions punter now as he's on to kick it away. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. Out of bounds as he appeared to be looking for the corner. He got it. They're going to mark this at the 4-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy to just take this into the locker room. So it's halftime here in New Orleans with the Saints out in front. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you and Charles in a bit. But first, let's get to some of these scores around the NFL here in a busy Week 14. We'll get started out in Texas, NRG Stadium in Houston. And it's the Texans who's got the lead in the second quarter. C.J. Stroud, responsible for the lone touchdown in the game thus far as he's thrown a touchdown pass. Next, we're off to Baltimore to check on the Ravens at home at M&T Bank Stadium. And for the moment, they trail the visiting Browns in that one. The Browns seem to be on their way to what would be a good victory. Lastly, let's check in on our nation's capital to see what's happening with the Washington Commanders at home at FedEx Field. As you can see the score there in the second quarter, Jalen Hurts has thrown a touchdown pass. We saw a strong first half out of the mobile quarterback, Anthony Richardson. His 2 touchdown passes helped pave the way for his guys to take this lead into the intermission.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3. The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. And now it looks like he's in some discomfort after being tackled at the end of that return. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game. Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe. Another modest gain there on that one, and I think, Charles, you can probably pin part of the deficit on a failure on their part to really get this ground game established.
Yeah, they've really struggled to be multidimensional in this one, haven't they, partner? Because they have to be extremely one-dimensional now if they hope to get back into this game. They'll have to do it by throwing the football and hope to have success through the air.
On third down, it's Norris. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Here comes the Lions punter now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. Now the attention turns to the Saints offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. On first down, Richardson. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And from the 15, they're able to work this up to the 20 for a pickup of a handful. From the 20, here's second down and 5. Now Richardson. And that almost their first INT of the ball game. Had his sights on it, but he couldn't seal the deal. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Back to throw. Here's Richardson. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Multiple defenders there to drop him for a loss of 4.
And we all know how talented this guy is who's calling the signals for him. But even the best in the game, they can struggle against a good, cohesive zone coverage. Can't find a gap in the secondary quick enough, and he ends up taking a sack.
Returnable here from the 38. A good kick that time, but also a pretty good 15-yard return. And the Lions will have excellent field position here as they take over 1st and 10. And Detroit back in possession of the football. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. That ground game contained again there, Charles, and that's really a big reason that they're trailing right now.
And give a lot of credit to that defensive front. That's exactly what they worked for all week, to try and take away the run game, make them one-dimensional. In the battle of game plans, theirs has been superior.
It's a gain of 10 for the Lions and a 1st down.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the 1st down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Yeah, they were right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. On 1st and 10, Hoover. And he's got him. Got his man on the end route. Complete. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6. At the Saints' 28-yard line.
Off the play fake. Hoover. And this will be caught by his big wide receiver. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
And you start to think if it's going to happen for these guys, it's got to start with this drive. Down 3 scores, they need to start making some inroads. And that'll help the cause there as they pick up good yardage and a 1st down.
Showed off the toughness, but still corralled shy of the 5 at the 6. Nice job defensively to hold them to 4, and now it's 2nd and goal.
At the Saints' 6-yard line.
Now a handoff running through the middle. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to set up a 3rd and goal. And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Lions are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard and you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Extra point right down the middle. And that makes it 24-13. Taken at the goal line. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Out is the Saints offense now as they get ready to take over here. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. And they start things off with a carry by Gibbs here. And he'll lose yardage here. Back to the 15. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I'm getting a sense that the momentum of this game is changing since the break. Nice play there, and this D is fired up.
Now it's Richardson. And that'll be incomplete.
That was well played, but that was also an example of a corner who understands his coverage, realized he had support behind him, and could be a little more aggressive in the shorter zone, and did exactly that, knocking that pass away.
He lets it go deep for Olave. It's caught inside the 25. A big-time play there for New Orleans. 66 yards.
Boy, this has just been an offensive clinic. It's seemingly been one big play after another, and add this one onto the list. When you can bite off more than half the field on one play, things are definitely working in your favor.
So the field flips here as they'll go to work at the 20 now on 1st and 10. Straight ahead with Gibbs here. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
It's 2nd and 8.
They'll go again with Gibbs. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 53 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. Here's 3rd and 3.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
Richardson looking to throw this. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And the Saints are going to have 1st and goal coming up as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 2. Richardson looking to throw. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. 3 yards is the gain that time. 2nd and goal.
And we've seen him have success earlier on with the ball in his hands because he is a get it in space and make a play kind of a receiver. But that time, they closed on him quickly and held him to a short gain.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Anthony Richardson taking it in from 4 yards out as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
31. Lions 13.
And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. And Detroit getting set to go now. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but, Charles, they look up, and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last
touchdown, Detroit. A big play there. 75 yards. And the Lions get a bit closer. And we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation, knowing when it exists to go to it. They did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game.
Just looking down at the sideline now, their defense is like, man, can you have strung that out just a few plays? Give us a break. Back out there.
Hey, man, give that water break and get on out there and play.
And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The New Orleans offense set to take over. Well, certainly they'd rather have the scenario they had last time out, Charles. Remember, they had the short field. They took it in the end zone. Now this is going to have to be a longer, more sustained drive if they want to get points.
Yeah, a little bit more of a quick strike opportunity last time by where they were on the field, and you're exactly right about that. But now, backed up a little bit. What's that old expression we love to use? Time to matriculate the ball down the field and try and do it again.
And Richardson completes a quick one out wide. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And now 1 yard to go on 3rd down. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They go play action with Richardson. He lets it go deep for Olave. And that one knocked away and incomplete. Nice job defensively on what will be the final play of the third quarter. 3 quarters in the books. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here live in New Orleans. Now a 2nd and 10. It's the Saints. They'll be looking to expand their lead here. They've got the football as we start the 4th. 2nd down. Here's Richardson. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. Looking to throw. Richardson. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
Now that's a killer because you think you get it absolutely covered, and then he hot-foots it out of there and picks up a 1st down. Drives you crazy as a defense.
You're exactly right. Looked like a for-sure stop on 3rd, and then the tables turned. So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. Now this one complete on the slant route. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. Now 2nd and 5. Richardson to throw off play action. He finds his man, complete. That's stuck. And it's going to be another 1st down as he'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 39. Now back to the ground. Here's Gibbs. 68 yards rushing for him now on 17 carries. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down 4th quarter. Looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips. They're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys are just saying, let's just keep running it out. And we've got them now.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Richardson off the play fake. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down. A CD, a little bit of feast or famine for him. He's had some success throwing the football, but also now he's been sacked 4 times.
Yeah, you just mentioned the 4 sacks, but you're right. He has managed to hang in there and make plays at times. His offensive line, they've got to figure it out and pick things up and give him more opportunities, and he has to help them by getting rid of the ball a little bit quicker as well.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Setting up the screen, this is Gibbs. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage, it'll be back at the 36. They call it a loss of a yard there. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. And he missed it. It's no good. And this will remain an 11-point spread. Yeah, Charles, all things considered, I guess that's not a critical miss at this stage, is it?
No, but still everything helps when you're trying to finish off a ball game. And you're right, not critical in terms of the scoreboard and the team, but the guy with the golden foot, he knows he's only as good as his last kick.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. Throwing to start the drive. Hoover. He's got the hook up here on the comebacker, complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Off play action. Hoover. And he's taken down here by the Saints. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up 2nd down. Back to throw. Hoover. He's going to leave this just a yard. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Operating from the gun. Hoover. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down. It has been a rough afternoon for him trying to get rid of the football. See, that's now 5 sacks.
How'd you like to be the offensive coordinator, the offensive line coach trying to come up with an answer for this pass rush? What blocking assignments do you change? Can guys play a little bit better? And we're seeing the end result on the scoreboard. Long day in the pocket for their quarterback.
This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
1st and 10, Richardson looks to throw it. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down. Play action. Now Richardson. He finds his man, complete. It's Kennedy. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It'll be a Saints first down on a pickup of 13. Here's Richardson to throw. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. On 2nd down, here's Gibbs. And he'll make it only to the 43, a gain of 2.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Richardson shotgun on 3rd down. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Aiden Hutchinson. What a season he continues to have. His 15th sack of the campaign.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
Here comes the Saints punter now, as he's on here to punt it away. Fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 15-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt, and the Lions will take over. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He's been a good workhorse. I know we use the word workhorse a lot, but he's been a good workhorse for him in this one.
No doubt about it, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's what you're looking for if you're a back, because that means everything's coming together for you. The big guys up front have created space. You've run through it. You've probably got some help even from the wide receivers who want to catch passes as opposed to block, but they're helping out too.
Yeah, everyone's pitching in. He's had a good game. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Hoover. Quick hitter here. It's complete. Call it a gain of 6 on the play. And now we've got a 3rd down and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. He finds his man, complete. That's Norris. And he appears to be about 2 feet short on 3rd and 3. Leaves him with a 4th and 1.
A short gain that doesn't get them the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. On 4th down, they'll try and run for it. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. He needed a yard. He didn't get anything. And the Saints are going to get it back and in great shape. So they really needed points here in a 2-score game. Could not come away with anything there on 4th.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stepped.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up 2nd down. Off play action, Richardson. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. His his big day receiving just keeps getting bigger. He's over 200 yards now in the afternoon. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Now Richardson back to throw it. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, that takeaway, partner, right there, that's a combination of coaching, execution, and absolute belief. Because a lot of guys will look at the scoreboard and go, this thing's pretty well done. But they still thought to themselves, if we can make a play, we give our teammates a chance to win it. And that's exactly what they did.
From the set.
Following the fumble recovery, Hoover throwing the slant pattern here, complete. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. To throw on 2nd down, Hoover. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Got a man that's caught at the 6-yard line. And he's going to get this down inside the 5 before he's out of bounds. They go play action here on 1st down. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down. 2nd down, goal to go. Back to throw again. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Now the focus is really clear.
And now it appears that the referee's been buzzed, and we'll get a review. And this being inside 2 minutes of play, everything coming from up above. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How is the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So the officials and the folks in New York got a second look at this one, and the call is going to be overturned. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted.
Well, as most teams do in their 2-point attempt, they pass the ball. Instead, it gets intercepted, and remember, if you pick it off, you get a chance to take it all the way back, get 2 points yourself, right?
Yeah, not the case here, but that's why you got to be really careful with those throws, especially to the outside. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The New Orleans offense set to take over. Well, they can smell victory, partner. They can see it on the horizon, but certainly we're not done yet here. Defense still has 3 timeouts, and obviously this is a very slim lead they're holding on to.
And let's face it, the easiest way to get this done, challenge your ground game. Challenge your offensive line, your tight ends, your receivers, anyone who's going to lay down a block. Don't let there be penetration because they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and maybe bring extra people to the ball. If you can do that, make them burn their timeouts, run out the clock, life will be good. But if you really want to gamble a little bit, a quick play action, quick throw, might be able to get it done. Just make sure it's not incomplete and stop the clock.
5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on 1st down. The Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. 2nd and 11. Gibbs straight ahead. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because We've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
So this one, a victory here for New Orleans, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that fourth quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the fourth quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for the Saints, it's an important win for their playoff hopes as they move to 8-5. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for the Lions, it's a rare misstep as they'll drop to 11-2 on the year. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head down to Miami to take on the Dolphins.